Now, this love thing is really, really hard to understand. And I suck at trying to explain this. But um, one example that seems to have come up is uh, David has is such a kind person that would do anything for anybody, but people tend to take advantage of him, and that is a big experience that we're all having, is that we're doing things for other people and they don't really appreciate it, and then you feel like you're completely taken advantage of, and that's because you didn't do it from your heart. Again, having this experience of being a mother, and half of the labor that I've had to do has been paycheck out of love, and loving unconditionally, and trying to see what it's like to be a healthy parent. I can't do things for my kids with an expectation that they owe me something. It never seems to work out that well. So it is being the parent that unfolds the perfect child that you want. And for me, I want my children to be the individuals that they want to be. I want them to be, who they sing in their hearts. So I don't want them to be little me's. Um, I want them to be little thems. So, um, in trying to make sure that they are happy being who they are want to be, I don't want to influence them to be who I think they should be. So, and I've been told by my kids that I'm pretty manipulative. And I've also been told all my life that I should get into sales. And I refuse to get into sales because I can't, I just can't stomach selling people things that they don't need or is bad for the planet, just to make that almighty buck. It's like, um, but changing the world towards a better direction is something that I wish I could manipulate that if I was so good at manipulation. But what appears to have happened is I do have this knowing that there's a book that's supposed to be written, but it's not supposed to be written by me. I know somebody in my life will eventually show up that's perfect to write this book. Um, just simply because why the hell am I do I suck at writing and English, and it's some people can draw perfect circles, some people can't draw, some people can draw straight lines, some people can't. I can't write. And yet I got more than enough to be a book. I'd love it to be a documentary, information that needs to be shared. um, I also wish somebody else was doing it. I wish this Dr. Wolf was out there spreading this information better than what he's doing. Um, but we all have our paths, and that's what I feel my path is sharing this information the way it's natural for me to do it here on YouTube and attract who is supposed to be a part of this. Um, so when somebody like David says, "Hey, you should write a book," um, it kind of tells me that, oh, and look at your past experience. You're perfect for writing this. So I don't think that I've manipulated anybody to help me do what I want them to do, but clearly I probably did um, manipulate there, because, if my computer breaks down and the first emotion that David would have is I've taken advantage of him, then uh, is and the comments were, I did all of this for you to help you, and it's like, no, that's what's so freaking wrong in all of our nonprofits, is we think we know what the other person wants, and so good intentions are always going to be something that's wrong, and it's so hard to see it. But I didn't want somebody to write a book for me. I wanted somebody to write a book for them, that they need to get their story out. They need to get their perspective through my experience combined, because you see the value in it. That, first of all, it wouldn't have felt like I've taken advantage of you if the universe pulled me away. I mean, what if I just died? Then what do you do with, the concept of this book? Just not do it, even though you knew that there's a value to it, that there's a purpose, that people can learn something from it. Is it something that you would just not fulfill because, oh, I've died? See, this is what love is you got to do things that you love doing, that supports another person, so that there is no misunderstandings, that if something did just not work out, that you still carry a torch for something that you are passionate about. I mean, if you end up finding your purpose, if somebody crosses your path and says, huh, this looks like a good purpose for you. You don't like what you're doing, but you want to make change in your world. You've now gained information on how to do it, that you're just not going to fall into your life purpose when it shows up. So it's, um, I mean, if this is not David's life purpose, then he shouldn't be doing it. He's got something else that he needs to be doing. I can't be the one that influences. It's got to be something that sings in your heart. If you can't see the value of doing whatever it is you're doing, then you need to find your purpose. Don't do it for somebody else. Intentions are something that has to come from within you, not intend happiness for everybody else, because all you're going to do is push your concept of what happiness is. And it boils down to, this is my favorite metaphor for it, is if I love oranges, if my concept of love is representative by oranges, then somebody else's idea of love is going to be apples. And, you know, to help me, I'm saying I want oranges, but somebody who loves apples wants to show me love, and they say, oh, there's a person that's asking for love. I mean, the text, the words that I'm saying is give me love. um, Somebody will give me apples because that's what they love, is apples, and they think that the more they pound me with, millions and millions of apples, all I'm feeling is hate, because I ain't getting the oranges. I'm lacking oranges, but I got a shitload of apples that I don't know what to do with. And frankly, I hate apples. So if you're giving me more and more apples, I'm hating the experience. Meanwhile, somebody that's trying to show me love is thinking that they're doing a good thing. They have good intentions. Hey, I love apples. You should love apples too. So do you see that, how that metaphor works with that? And that's where we've got to know how to share love with other people, how to listen to what other people want. Um, like, I do want somebody to write this book, to write a screenplay, to help put this information out, because one person cannot do it. But you have to really want to do it. You have to have this passion that you were born to write a screenplay. And what better screenplay to write than how do you shift a whole freaking planet? I mean, if we're all hypnotized through media, then why not use media to push in some new information on how things are done? So, when I say give David some love, and post on this video some love, then what I'm asking for, I guess, is show me what you're grateful for. Show me what you love about your life. Show me what you know your passion is. Show me how you love your life. And when you show me how happy and loving you are about your own experiences, you send me love. Because at least I start seeing that, there's other loving beings out there. At the same time, it's, I'd love to hear how you're participating in the changes, that you recognize that a lot of things we're doing is wrong and you are going to take a different direction. That gives me, oh, I'm feeling the love, that you all see that there is a corporate structure that's taken over you. You got to say no to the corporate structure and yes to something that is your passion. How are you planning on living your passion? How are you planning on shifting out of this? That's the love that I need to see in the world. That because if you are happy, then this negative energy that's flowing around, like what has happened with David, let's just say that there's, and I'm probably going to go into more than probably three films here today, but just picture all of us are influenced by negative and positive, and right now the world is all negative, and we got to transform that negative into something positive. So David's negative experiences and feelings, let's just say the vibration that he was feeling and has the massive potential to let the world feel it in so many different levels. Um, that if it's negative, if David is feeling negative, then he has the potential to make everybody feel negative. So it's sort of like up to all of us to make sure that he's feeling positive, because he has the same potential that if we can make sure David's happy and loving, that he will send that out. So when you see somebody that is negative, and just see it as it's in a container. There's negative energy and it's in a container and it's just been thrown at you. What are you going to do with it? Like, are you going to stop and say what really is going on here? Or are you going to consume that hate and respond back in hate? Don't accept the hate. Try and feel your emotions. Feel them. As the faster you can feel that your emotional state is in a negative state of being, then you know you've got evil inside you. You know you've got negative inside you. And every answer to how to solve global problems will be wrong, 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 wrong. So you've got to constantly make sure that your emotional state is in check with a positive vibration, because every single one of us are exactly the same. That if I feel positive, I will push everything out in my world to be positive. I will find a positive direction. I mean, I'll find a way of getting this computer fixed. I think I have a way of uploading videos. I still need to be doing videos because I need a purpose to get outside because my health. One thing I do know with this negative energy, this experience with David, is my lower back. For some odd reason, when I get negative energy thrown at me, my back goes out, and it feels like it's my spine is cut in half, and I lose the sensation of my legs. And it seems to get really bad every time there's a negative energy being thrown at me. And a lot of people can say it's a disc or a pinched nerve, or I mean, a lot of people that have this type of problem can't do anything for months. But I know listening through this tracking shit, I need to get out of the house. I need to get off this chair. Sitting down is really bad on my back, but moving and doing some yoga is the good thing. The computer broke for a reason. I attracted it in my life, but it's getting fixed. I'm going to send my old one out. It's under warranty. I don't trust them, and it'll probably take me months before I get another computer back. I may be able to, from time to time, upload videos using somebody else's computer, but I will not have time to respond to comments, which is the biggest thing that I do not want to give up, but I think I'm going to have to. I've had an offer that somebody is going to send me their old computer because they were about to buy a new one. So that'll be, probably in another 2 weeks, I might have another unit that then I'll have no problems whatsoever. So it's almost like the computer broke down more for our experience with me and David. And now there's got to be this healing take place with David. And um, this is the tracking that I'll try and get into next.